I was kind of right the first time. The author is releasing more special chapters, so the translator's putting them in the middle, in between 94 and or in 95 and 96. I think is what happened there. So yeah. Because I don't think that happened before. Whatever. Get to the thing. Chapter 96. Oh wait, looks he changed some things or whatever. I think, therefore I am. I move, therefore I am. I am me and me, therefore it is me. A little while passed after my level rose. Although I concentrate my eyes with my strength in looking at the things, the enhanced vision skill doesn't rise easily. After all, when it becomes level 9, it will be hard to raise its level. Though the other skills rose considerably. First of all, Silent became level 3. You've done it, Kumo-chan! Stealth nature increases! Both thought acceleration and foresight rose to level 5. You've done it, Kumo-chan! Evasion nature increases! Fire resistance also rose by 1 and finally became level 3. Thanks to patience, the speed that I can acquire should increase, but still, it took a lot of time. I wonder how weak I am to fire. I mean, even if my species changed, I'm still vulnerable to fire. Perhaps the resistances other than fire also changed. Because I can't try that part, I can't say anything about it. Well, because my former defensive ability was weak, even if my resistance changes a little, I think that there's not much change. But my defensive ability increased from now on, so it might be better to know about my resistance. There might be an attribute that I'm weak besides the fire. Though I do have the method to check it. I don't have the method, right. And last is Parallel Thought. I thought it was Parallel Will. What? Whatever. This became level 10 and evolved. The name is Parallel Will. This is interesting. Oh. Yeah. It evolved into Parallel Will. Isn't that... Why did the translator have to make a message about that? Whatever, this is interesting. As shown in the name, my will increases. In parallel thought, it was the feeling to think multiple things at the same time in the same will. This parallel will completely divides the will, like a pseudo-split personality. Although both are me, it's impossible to think that as another will respectively. What? It's impossible to think as another will respectively. Right. In addition to that, it has the parallel thought. It's simply like my thinking ability doubled. Very convenient. The number of parallel wills might increase if this level rose. However, only one of the will can move the body. That's why one side of me is in charge of my body, and the other side of me is in charge of the information arrangement of appraisal sama and detection san. Thus, I'll leave it to you, body in charge. Leave it to me, information in charge. Like that. It's possible to do one-person conversation. The information sharing is also perfect on both wills for me, just in case. Right? This will has neither main nor sub. Both are me. I am me for the sake of me. I don't know what I'm saying. Although I am somehow becomes this, the self-existence definition seems to be vague depending on the person. Something like lose sight of oneself, wondering which one is the true self. It seems possible. I mean, I who can master this normally might be special. As expected, that won't be. While information is in charge is thinking, the body in charge defeated a monster. Good job, me. But I'm not to that extent. Although I tried the newly added corrosion attack this time, this is not usable. No, the offensive ability itself is an amazing thing. Even though it's only level 1, it's amazing. It's too amazing. After all, the monsters become dust at a hit, you know? Isn't it strange? Did corrosion have such meaning? Isn't it something like rotting? It goes beyond rotting and weathers. The attribute controlling the decay of death is too dangerous. It's already overkill at level 1. I wonder what will happen if its level rises. And there are 2 reasons why I said it's not usable. First of all, the corpse of the monster doesn't remain. In other words, meal doesn't remain. Using this to accumulate experience points is excellent, but it becomes impossible to achieve half of my monster hunting's reason. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable in a double meaning. And the other one is a big problem. I receive damage too. I look at the sickle that's clad in corrosion attack. The blade of the sickle crumbled. My HP also decreases. This is a suicide attack. Therefore, the power is high, but the recoil is huge. It's a fierce battle where I need to use all my power, if it's, I will use it when there's an opportunity, but it would be better not to use in a battle against Small Fry, especially when I'm in the middle layer where automatic recovery is becoming slower. How much will this sickle recover? Because it seems that I will level up soon, it will recover at any time, but in that case, I can't use my sickle in the next battle. Well, even if I don't have my sickle, I have poison synthesis, so there's no effect to me as long as the next enemy is not a formidable enemy like the eel. In the first place, Although I started to use my sickle recently, my main weapon in this middle layer is poison synthesis. After all, the monsters in the middle layer receive damage just by touching it. Although enhanced slashing will rise if I use my sickle, I will receive damage plainly. In addition, the contents will spill if I cut with my sickle, and it's hard to eat. Thus, body in charge. Let's kill the next prey with poison synthesis. Oh, understood. Understood. Information in charge. Parallel will is really convenient. With this, if there are two bodies, I can draw the shadow clone that I dreamed. Ah, but in that case, both are the main bodies, so harming either one is painful. Ah, I don't want that. Although I will survive if one of them remains, doesn't this mean that I will experience a pseudo-death? Well, I don't want to experience it. I probably have the experience it once. Probably have. I don't know where the V came from. But because it's not in my memory, it's not counted. Therefore, body in charge, don't do anything that can lead to death. Okay? No. Information in charge as expected. I won't do that. Yeah. This is just talking to herself. I like the translator's comment at the top. It's like, new characters, sorta? Something like that. I don't remember it.